And we've got all the right in the world on our side. And there ain't no reason to be afraid. And there ain't no reason to not take the challenge dead on. Because I'm going to tell you who we come from, folks. We don't come from some weak, jellyback, spineless people. That's not who we come from. None of us. And it doesn't matter what color you are, what nation your folks hail from, how much money you got. We all share the same name. We are Americans. And at Bunker Hill, there was Americans. And at Fredericksburg and Gettysburg, there was Americans. And at Iwo Jima, raising that flag on Suribachi, it was Americans. And at Pork Chop Hill, there was Americans. Quezon, there was Americans. And on 9/11, there was Americans who ran towards those burning buildings. That is who you share your heritage with. You do not share your heritage with a weak and ineffective people who cower at the sight of trouble. You share your heritage with a strong and brave people who are determined to hold on to their freedom and for the freedom of future generations. Guys, it's time for us to stand up and be that generation. It's time for us to stand strong and proud and remember who we are. That we are Americans. And as long as we stand as the vanguard of freedom in this nation, freedom will survive here. Not only survive, it will thrive. So guys, it's time to put on our packs. It's time to fix those bayonets. It's time to get ready. We got a fight on our hands. And our fight is not for us, for all those generations that's going to come behind us. Let's save America, folks.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. That all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Hey, folks, welcome to The Crap. Boy, are we talking some crap going on across U.S. cities. You're going to want to share this program. We're going to take an insight into one of those cities, Chicago, as a matter of fact. Make sure you share this program, family and friends, so they can understand what's going on. By the way, if it stresses you out, let's do this. I've got something for you. We got it extended. Yeah, baby. You know those nights that you just don't sleep? Next day you wake up with your butt dragging, your mind lagging. You don't know what to do because you're exhausted. And everything you do just seems harder. Well, that's where CBD from CB Distillery can make a real difference. It's not just about sleep. CB Distillery has solutions that work with your body to help with stress, pain after exercise, even mood and focus. And it's all made with the highest quality clean ingredients. No fillers, just premium CBD. Imagine, right? Imagine waking up so rested, enjoying your day, without those nagging aches and pains. That's a real win with CB Distillery. Maybe you're like our great friend on Rumble, David's Dog Spa. You got a little bit of sadness going on with the loss of that vet close to you. You're experiencing loss. We all do it. We all have it. This will help you. And we're sorry for your loss, by the way, David. Look, folks, CBD works on everything. Stress, pain, exercise, mood, and focus. They even have it for pets. They do. It's all made with the highest quality, clean ingredients, no fillers, just premium CBD. Imagine waking up rested or enjoying your day without those nagging aches and pains. That's the real win of CB Distillery Solution. So we got 25% off. You can see the URL on the screen, or hey, if you want, zap this code, go to it. The number one for me is to roll and ask people in chat. It's the bomb. So if you're ready for better sleep, less stress, and feeling good in your own skin again, try CBD from CB Distillery. And right now you can save 25% off your entire purchase. Visit CB Distillery. Use promo code Jovan. That's cbdistillery.com. Promo code Jovan. I'm telling you, folks, the stuff is fantastic. It really is. I wish I would have been able to turn my father onto it much sooner than I was able to before he passed. He suffered quite a bit, but with CBD for the knees, the roll-on, it changed everything for me too. Also, folks, Now's the time to protect your money with gold and silver. Watch what's going on. Countries are rapidly buying up gold more than any other time in history. That should tell you something. That's why I partner with Gold Code. Please go to JovanLovesGold.com. Request your free gold and silver kit today, because now is the time to protect your money with gold and silver. And I'm telling you, something's coming. You better just get ahead of the curve. Feed your brain. Talk to a representative, right? Figure out what you should do to protect your money, because if the system can yank it, they're going to yank it. I'm telling you. Okay, we're going to talk about Chicago. Used to spend quite a bit of time there myself, but we've got U.S. cities under siege, folks. And it's getting worse, and we're going to take a very sobering look at it. Let's get started right after this.
Warning. The following program has been rated Gilligaff and is intended for open-minded audiences. If the truth offends you, or if you are allergic to focused intensity, intellectual athleticism, or the occasional F-bomb or even irreverent humor, please switch off now. If your delicate sensibilities need to be worried about or addressed, might we recommend the Underwater Basket Weaving channel to you? Otherwise, sit back, enjoy the wisdom, insight, and wicked sense of humor.
Cut the crap. How many times a day do you want to say that to politicians? The elite, the loony liberals, the fake news media, and the gender-confused, emotional socialist snowflake crowd. Cut the crap is your secret weapon for fighting for our freedoms and our great republic. It all begins with a massive mental enema, freeing you from the toxic news and politically correct views, which constipate your consciousness with stinking thinking. Your host, Jovan Hutton Pulitzer. He's known for calling out politicians and telling them to cut the crap. You've seen him on virtually every television network and listened to him on Coast to Coast Radio. And now he's here to help you learn to fight for America. Culture, race, and American politics. They all have one thing in common. They all need to cut the crap. Now, here's your host, Jovan Hutton Pulitzer.
Okay, folks, welcome to the crap, culture, race, and American politics. Our U.S. cities are under attack. I don't know if you actually took a close look at what's going on in Chicago. With President Trump fulfilling his promise to deport illegals, major cities that rely on illegals to disrupt the system, rely on illegals being on the voter rolls so bad politicians can stay in office using those illegal voter registrations. That's why they keep them there. You know, this is kind of the don't talk about it, right? And I just kind of laugh about it, right? All these people telling you, it's the machines, it's the machines. If it was the machines that could decide the freaking election, folks, the Democrats would be banning the machines. Because if it can decide for one party, it can decide for another if it was the machines. So what did the Democrats and all those guys protest? Oh, don't run off these illegals. Oh, we can't have hand-counted ballots. Oh, we can't have paper ballots. We can't have just one day to vote. We can't have ID. Pay attention, folks. And so now, as this is coming down to a battle in the cities, you got to pay attention to what they scream about. But again, people have weak minds. They can't see all the psychological warfare going on. And it is that simple. Folks, if it was the machines, the Dems would be banning the machines everywhere if it was the machines. But what do they scream about? Oh, you can't see the paper. Can't do this. You follow, folks? You've got to pay attention. Well, if you were paying attention, you saw the following happen in Chicago right? Here's one story that I'm going to use as the anchor for this program.
Omar Martinez and Anthony Ian Santos Ruiz are from Chicago. Both are accused of using their cars to ram a vehicle being driven by federal agents on South Kedzie. They then allegedly boxed the agents in. Those agents shot and wounded Martinez. And this is video showing protests around the time of the incident. Martinez and Ruiz are charged with forcibly assaulting, impeding, and interfering with a federal law enforcement officer. They are being held in custody. Several federal agents were also hurt and taken to the hospital. The woman.
It's interesting. They're not charged with attempted murder of a government official. Let me play that news story again. I'll give you background.
Omar Martinez and Anthony Ian Santos Ruiz are from Chicago. Both are accused of using their cars to ram a vehicle being driven by federal agents on South Kedzie. They then allegedly boxed the agents in. Those agents shot and wounded Martinez. And this is video showing protests around the time of the incident. Martinez and Ruiz are charged with forcibly assaulting, impeding, and interfering with a federal law enforcement officer. They are being held in custody. Several federal agents were also hurt and taken to the hospital. The woman.
So they decide to block in ICE agents that are rounding up illegals. Not only do they block them in, these guys are armed with semi-automatic weapons. Gunfire ensues. Agents were hit, etc. She was hit. She's one of these people that is an activist that is doxing ICE agents in town. She's known. She's a known entity. Do you think it could get any worse other than setting up ICE agents, doxing them, blocking them in the street? See, you have to understand these cities imported these illegals for a reason. It's more money, more dollars, more votes, and keeps the rat bastards in power. It's the only way they can stay in power, especially when America's fed up. But can you think of anything worse? Put it in chat. If you can think of something worse, let's just take this instance. Antifa folks trap ICE agents, gunfire erupts. These guys think they can get away with it. I wonder why. Can you think of what's worse? Well, here, I'll show you what's worse. Actually, I'll let you listen to what's worse.
Okay. Any kind of particular hairstyle, just younger, male, Hispanic, on foot, wearing all black?
No hairstyle.
Okay, 10-4. And wanted for the hit and run, this guy fled from the scene at 37th Place in Kedzie. It all started at I-55 in Kedzie. Then they fled southbound at Kedzie, where that offending vehicle crashed. They ran the federal agent off the road. They fled on foot westbound 37th Place from Kedzie. It was a male Hispanic younger wearing all black clothing. 99.
Yeah, send the cars in that direction. Have them stay put 2 or 3 blocks away, all right? Have them hold tight until I give you further direction, please.
Okay, 10-4. And for the units responding to 39th Place in Kedzie per 999, if you guys can just, for the units responding to 39th Place in Kedzie, if you guys can start heading there as quick as you can, and then just hold tight for instructions with 999.
999.
999.
For the chief of patrol, clear everybody up. We're not responding over there.
Radio check. And again, per the chief of patrol, we have all the units that per 999. Chief of patrol said all units clear out from there. We're not sending anybody over to that location.
62, we're going to clear out as soon as we can, Spot. We're like locked in over here, so we're going to do the best we can to get out of here as soon as we can.
Federal agents taking live fire, and Chicago police, head of patrols, we're not responding over there, and tells all police, right, headed to the area, stand down. Do not respond. That's what could be worse. Yet Democrats tell you, oh, we're for the people, we're for everything, we love kumbaya, it's just whatever. Now, the lady, I won't call her a lady, that is a well-known agitator there she got shot. She split, but she had to go to the hospital where she had to be arrested, but she had a little help. Call it local lawmakers.
He has constitutional rights.
No.
He has constitutional rights. Do you have a sign?
No, you need to leave.
About this, these people hurt, these people arrest, people have to go to a hospital, etc. When they know they're there and they're going to go pick them up, these lawmakers try to make sure these people can't get arrested.
He has constitutional rights.
No.
He has constitutional rights. Do you have a sign?
No, you need to leave. Turn around. You're turn around and leave. He is under. I'm going to arrest you if you not leave. You are going to be placed under arrest.
Do you have a sign to get a warrant for him?
Can somebody go in the hallway and get Lisa for me, please? Can somebody go in the hallway and get Lisa for me? This is an older person who's being under arrest. I need my other staffer who's in the hallway by registration to come here, please.
You are hurting. I am asking.
Can somebody get my staffer, please?
This is the hospital. Do you have a sign to get a warrant for him? I am asking. I am asking. I did not touch you.
We told you to leave.
I did not touch you.
Now you're under arrest for impeding.
I did not touch you. I asked you if you had a sign to get a warrant for him. It is very simple. It is very simple. That man has constitutional rights. I did not touch you. It is a public space. I am not trespassing. I am asking you. Do you have a signed judicial warrant?
Why is it always a certain look, a certain crowd, a certain style that embraces this idiocracy? Yeah, they have to take people that inherently think they're different and discriminated against, weaponize them with fear, and then say, it's you that's going to save the world. But I can tell you what, I can tell you the folks in Chicago know what's going on.
Black people in Chicago, let's get this clear for the record so nobody is confused, right? In 2020 and 2021, when Democrats, specifically Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, flooded Chicago with the illegal, undocumented criminal invaders, y'all didn't have nothing to say about that, right? When the mayor, Lori Lightfoot, gave them benefits, millions, prepaid EBT cards with $10,000 on it, prepaid Visa cards, 6 months worth of free rent, free health care, free child care, y'all were okay with that. And then you all continue to be okay with it by going out and voting for Kamala Harris to continue what she was doing with the open borders, right? Now that ICE is there to actually do something about it, right? With Trump's mandate, now you all are boohoo, whining and crying, complaining that ICE is coming to black neighborhoods. What the hell is wrong with y'all? Where else are they supposed to go when that's where y'all allowed them to go? You see, Democrats didn't put these illegals in Oak Brook or Oak Park or Evanston, in any of the white neighborhoods, yet you got the white liberals downtown protesting to keep those people there because they know that they're in black neighborhoods. And y'all goofy. Y'all falling for this. Y'all voted for Kamala Harris, and now y'all are protesting ICE coming to black neighborhoods to remove these criminal invaders. Y'all are calling ICE racist for coming to the black neighborhoods. Well, why are they coming to the black neighborhoods? Because that's where you all allowed them to go. So tell me you a goofy Democrat plantation slave without telling me you a goofy Democrat plantation slave.
People are waking up. It's a truth bomb. And what these lawmakers are supporting, what they're encouraging, what activists are encouraging, well, they're encouraging everybody to riot. They want to tip it. They want to make it look like people are the victims.
Are you okay?
The officials have cleared out the front of the gate, which is over there, and they've pushed everybody down the road for good.
Oh shit!
And the government officials are encouraging this. They're encouraging it in many, many ways. People on the streets, you'll hear a few yell, but most people on the streets, when National Guard comes in, they're praising them. One person yells that word, Nazis. You see how it's all about words? I've always told you it's all about words. They weaponize weak minds and apply new definitions to old words. In order to get this under control, because the city won't take care of itself, our president has to deploy National Guards and ICE into the city so they can be seen. Think about what has happened here. Now, the left uses this to say, see, he's a dictator. He's bringing in troops. Do you understand the game they're playing? I have no idea why Democrats continue to do this, but it is all a game. They make hay no matter what it is. Because what they want to do is say, Trump's bad, look at this, military and ruining your lives. And they use useful idiots to do this stuff. That's our country. It's multiple cities. It's not just the one. And here's how. Here's what people are doing in the streets if they even just get a whiff of ice.
Fuck you, you fuckers! Fuck you! Fucking bitches.
Think about this, folks. Just on its face value. That's a prime one. The people who want big and more government will protect you, primarily Democrats. Oh, it's the government, and they're great. Let it switch parties, and the government actually does their job, getting rid of illegals, which is taking those very people's jobs. And people on the street actually think what they're seeing in ICE are the offenders. I think when you watch these, what you really need to understand is it's not just about being pissed. You have to understand psychological warfare is the weapon of choice. Everything now, I'm talking everything now is psychological warfare. The left has trained these kids on a scooter that they can sit right there when my inclination would be to run their ass over. But I can't, because then I'll go to jail and lose my career and everything else. Think about that. All of this is accomplished via psychological warfare. There's nothing conventional about this. We have social media. Social media is great. It's how we all gather. But all of this is driven by a combination of weak minds that are sold, oh, you're doing right. You're on the right side of history. They don't even know history. We stopped teaching history. People can't understand it in context. And they don't even understand the reason their city's suffering is simply because they keep voting liberal and they're used as puppets. Now, I think people are waking up to this racket. I really do. The question is, how fast will it take people to wake up totally from this crap?
You all sit up there and said you will not allow Trump to come in here and get these illegals. Yeah, you can smile. We're in $1 billion deficit. And you spent half of our money, half of that on illegals. You campaigned and doubled down that you would not raise property taxes.
I won't raise your property taxes.
You wanted to raise our taxes $300 million. They shut it down. Now we back here for $150 million. Okay. See, this is what we asking now. Since you want to crash out, some of y'all say y'all willing to go to jail for it. Trump, Tom Homan, make an example of this right here first. Please come here first. Don't spend our tax dollars to go. Michael Rodriguez, you said to take Trump to court to protect these illegals. That's cool, because we about to make all of y'all aldermen famous. Y'all think this is how it's gonna ride? I think not. Flip Chicago red. We not playing.
This was gonna happen to you. You got Kash Patel and Pam Bundy that you're going to have to deal with sooner than later. Then it's going to be an audit. Next, it's going to be an investigation. Then it's going to be an indictment. Conviction. That's what's going to happen to you.
Mr. Brandon Johnson, I'm up here. I am speaking right now, so I would love your undivided attention, please. I'll wait. So this just proves to you the lack of leadership that you show in this city. You can't even give me straight eye contact. Now, I'm going to let you know now, the people of Chicago, we're done with you. It is insane how we have been voting Democrat for over 60 plus years, and we've never seen a change from people like you, Lori Lightfoot, Rob Emanuel. It is insane. Chicago was 37% red. In 2020, it was only 15%. So we're waking up. So you can pretend that this isn't happening, but I know for a fact that you will not have that seat the next election.
You so strong about protecting those aliens, but you won't do nothing for the U.S. citizens.
People are waking up. Now, this is really what conservative broadcasters should be talking about, should be getting out to you, so you know these things are going on, so you see down at the local level what's really happening and that people are fed up. However, what do you see big conservative broadcasters talking about? Oh, yeah, the Jews killed Charlie Kirk, and it's the Jews that run everything. Conservatives pushing that crap. And this is exactly what the world should be seeing. People waking up. Now, I want you to connect these dots. This is what's going on the ground. However, you're watching people with large audiences chasing the "it's the Jews" crap. That's my whole point in all of this. It's psychological warfare. Nonstop psychological warfare. What you really should be focused on, people waking up in these cities, in these states that are logically red. I don't believe California's blue. I don't believe New York's blue. I would embrace Vermont is a blue state. Maybe Hawaii. Past that, none. But see, this capture program that we're in, they've been working on capturing major cities and states and anchoring them, and now it's moving into the Carolinas, the Tennessees, the Georgias. It's a concerted attack. Use their crimes to capture a city so they can make it look like there's a movement that really wants to be off the rails, and that's what the people want. And then they work on converting the whole state out from the city it radiates out. Folks, everything we are living is a con game. We are in the grips of a corruption cancer that is off the charts. While we're winning at the same time. While we're winning at the same time. I don't even think we have to wonder about, are our elected officials bad? Are there secret societies trying to screw everything? Let's just face it. Yes, there is. Now let's focus on where people are winning. Now let's focus on where people are getting fed up, and let's amplify that. Because courage is contagious. But I do this just to show you, literally just to show you, when you try to understand what the system, and folks, whether you like it or not, we're all caught in the system. I'm still caught in the system. I can look at my numbers. We can see a pretty good indication of numbers. They'll use stupid little tricks. You could have thousands of people watching. But because let's say you're watching it through Instagram, Instagram will try to convince you 1 or 2 people are watching. There's many ways this con goes on. And you know what it is? Because people want to do what's popular. People want to do what everybody's talking about. People don't want to really do the hard work of lifting and learning. See, that's all we're really doing. That's all that's going on. We're opening our eyes and we're learning what really happens. Many people, and you know, that was a lot of, and this will be controversial, of course, have at it. That's why the Q thing was done. That's why this thing was done. They do those to distract you during your pissed stage, so you keep from focusing. And as we fight through this mess and we win, they're going to manufacture some brand new crisis to keep you engaged. You swear you don't watch nightly news. right? You swear you don't watch mainstream media. Yes, you do every day in social media, disguised right now as conservative broadcasters. It's very funny. You could go back and look. You now know that President Trump's fighting a war, saying get rid of the mail-in ballots and the drop boxes to paper. But how many people really covered the real stats of what happened in 2020? They'll do all kinds of people that don't matter. All kinds of people that will tell you to look away. It's the machines, it's this, it's this, it's this. But will they cover the hard facts? No. But you think because somebody tells you they're a patriot, or you assume they're a patriot, well, it must be right. You can't even see through it. The system that wants to destroy our world works in hundreds of ways, folks, not just one or two. Even if we wiped out all mainstream media with the click of a finger, nothing will change because of it. The number one indicator you have that something is horribly wrong is gold is over $4,000 an ounce. See, the bad guys will protect your money, but they won't protect you. I want you to think about that for a moment. You have the indicator that tells you something is seriously screwed up in a big way, horrible big way, that could lead to an incredible bottom out. And you're watching, being congruent with this broadcast, gold at 4,000, silver, which are used to being in the teens or 20s, at 48. People follow the wrong indicators. Why? Because they make people chase BS, look over here stories. I mean, just think about this just for a moment. And then think about where you go and get your information and who you listen to. I'm telling you right now, there are people that you think are great, incredible, dyed-in-the-wool American heroes, and I'm telling you, they're part of the con. And that's their job. All that has happened in this change from mainstream media, do you actually think the globalists rounded up all the media and then allowed social media to take over everything from them? Do you actually think that? Do you think people that rape trillions from us, right? That rape trillions from us, oh, by God, we're going to stay in magazines and newspapers. Do you actually believe? Do a gut check, folks, a gut check of facts. Do you actually believe some 30 unnamed white hats saved the 2024 election and stopped all of the machine cheating? But they only did it for Trump while the down ticket was stolen. So the gap is so tight right now, we can't move without the other side. Do you actually believe that? I mean, you kind of know that if somebody's coming in to rig the elections to the server, what do you think? They come in once for the Trump vote, they go back out. Then they come in once for the Senate vote, and then they go back out. And then they come in once for the mayor. Do you actually think that's how it happens? Is that how you voted? You took your damn ballot, you voted for the president, you left, you got another ballot, you came back in and you voted for the Senate. You left, you came back in, you got another ballot for the House. The system relies on you being an idiot. But because certain people say it, 30 hackers saved the election, and we made sure we did it. We stopped it from being taken over. But we lost everything down ticket. If you stop it in one place, you stop it in every place. I mean, you understand that. Right now, if you totally wanted to stop this, shut off your freaking PC. It's over. Boom, it's out. But it stops everything. Cut off your connectivity. Boom. It stops everything. Do you think they wrote some special code? Okay, the president vote, we're going to block all the bad guys. All these other ones we got to leave open. Do you actually believe that con? Just a question. Put it in chat. Do you actually believe that con? And what they do is they put so much media out there and so much talk out there that people get confused. And you are so used to people telling you that you don't even do it. And you know what? What's interesting is their job is to make everything be bullshit and be unbelievable. So you throw your hands up. I mean, even you, right? Come on, you know hackers get tracked, right? And you can find it, and you can find where it was in the system. You can find what they did. You also have to understand, if a group of hackers could assure that President Trump won by blocking the bad guys, you know they have a list of the bad guys and how they do it. Where's that evidence? Because you now proved it was the machines. I want you to think about that. Let's just do cause and a freaking fact. Tina Peters is sitting in prison because people said it was a polynomial fractal terra freaking dactyl issue, this and that and this and that. No hard proof. She's in prison. You're now led to believe Huawei stopped it in the 2024 election, had these great, wonderful guys to do it and stop it, which basically means if they stopped it in the machines, they saw how it was done and what it was being done for, and they have proof. Where's the proof? It's right. There isn't any. There isn't any. Not a shred. Not a shred. I've seen all of this stuff. Let me ask you a question. Do you think Peter Tickton, who I know, because he is President Trump's childhood friend and attorney, do you think he could sit down and I could show him code and he could tell me where that code came from in Serbia? Just a question. Just a question. Answer it honestly. Just answer it honestly. Could Mike Lindell look at the code, any type of code, and tell you where it came from and what it did? See, I even resorted to showing you when people would post, here's the code, here's the proof. See, I told you. Supposed tech guys were doing that are supposed conservatives. I take the code. They do it in a screenshot, so it's static. I take that code and we recreate it keystroke to keystroke, and you basically see it's a demo program to create that outcome. But you think they have a snapshot of the code doing it. Yeah, the code they created doing that, which has nothing to do with the system. It kind of goes back to even like Lindell Media and Emerald Robinson, pissed off that nobody's interviewing her about the elections and how they're stolen. Think about the idiocracy on that. Some nice looking woman who happened to be in media in DC, by the way, where she started, is upset she's not interviewed as an expert about what happens in elections. You, on the other hand, says, well, this guy, Nick over here, he has all the information. You understand the Jews do it. You mean the guy that was in high school 10 years ago? Oh, I like this guy. He's got 500,000 followers. He must be right. And he's telling you about elections. And when he started telling you about elections, he was just fresh off his job at Taco Bell. Have you ever thought about that? And then out of nowhere, got 500,000 followers. Have you ever thought about that? I'm showing you what's happening on the ground. Have you ever thought about the disconnect? President Trump says we got to get a mail-in ballot. And what does the GOP do? Oh, I got a banker ballot. This is how this game is played. You know mail-in ballots are bad. What do this is what keeps these politicians in. But the GOP called it bank the ballot, so it's not the same thing. Well, I'm not for mail-in ballots. I'm for bank the ballots. No, I'm not for mail-in ballots. How do you bank a ballot by getting if you don't get it in advance? You understand? This is the war, folks. This is the war. But the system, which is all sides don't want you to see people are waking up to this shit while they've got you looking at the squirrels over here.
You all stood up there and said you will not allow Trump to come in here and get these illegals. Yeah, you can smile. We're in $1 billion deficit. And you spent half of our money, half of that on illegals. You campaigned and doubled down that you would not raise property taxes.
I won't raise your property taxes.
You wanted to raise our taxes $300 million. They shut it down. Now we back here for $150 million. Okay. See, this is what we asking now. Since you want to crash out, some of y'all say y'all willing to go to jail for it.
You know what's really funny? You know why they have these sessions where citizens come in and they get 2 or 3 fixed minutes to speak? So the politicians can say, well, we gave you, we listened to you, we heard your concerns. See, there's no obligation for them to do anything about your concerns, but they heard you. They have proof. That's why they hold those exact sessions. That's why people don't even understand one of the simple inherent truths. Most states, you have the right to cast a vote. He just doesn't mention it has the right to be counted, but you do have the right to cast it. Let me ask you a question. If the law actually reads, after wrangling back and forth, that you have the right to cast a vote, and they cannot block your right to cast a vote, but they conveniently left off the part about counting it exactly as you cast it, right? They'll use it. They'll use it. They're going to use what they created. Right now, I think all of this charade, here's what's going on. They all know, GOP, everybody knows what's broken. They did everything they could to keep you away from the voter rolls, to keep you away from the paper. You got pissed off about the machines because you got convinced it was the machines because you heard some executives say, don't worry, we're taking about Trump. And they spent all that media to convince you it was the machines. Think about this for a moment. This is called chaos theory, game theory. And so they spent 4 years of media convincing you it was the machines, specifically so you'd stay away from the paper, so you would stay away from the voter rolls. It's the machines. President Trump's still fighting this fight in size, and he tells you it's mail-in ballots. But the system spent 4 years, hundreds of millions of dollars of media, billions probably, to convince you it was the machines, and everybody bought it. See, now they can't keep on saying this machines. They've got to show progress. How do they show progress? Oh, well, we caught it. We caught it. It's coming out of Serbia. We caught it. See, you don't understand looking at it linearly. They told you it was the machines, and they spent $1 billion doing it. You finally recognize, just like President Trump telling us to mail in ballots, they go, oh, shit, we're losing this fight. All these court cases, Tina Peters in jail. It's the machines. They have to rescue that. How do they rescue it? Oh, we caught it. All of a sudden, you only hear, we caught the bad guy. We caught the bad guy. Where'd they catch him? On the machines, which means, oh, they caught him? Oh, okay, it is the machines. Can you not understand that double down? Can you not understand that double down? By the way, all of the people that you see doing this stuff, the 30 white hats, whatever, I want you to know, all of those people, you got a group of people now pushing that we caught them in Serbia. Those people have come back in and taken great minds who would know shit, right? Wouldn't know shit about looking at code anyway, and convinced them, no, this is really it, because they got these quote unquote top people pushing it to you. All they did is go recruit people one by one and worked on them continually. You know, talk to this expert, talk to this expert, talk to this expert, and get the experts to tell them one thing. And then they convince them. And when they convince them, what happens? They put them on a media tour. That is how this works. But all of this is futile until you understand it and see it for what it is. You have been trained to have a very short attention span. It's not your fault, but you've been trained to do that. The system's going to give you bad guys. The system's going to give you good guys. The system is going to tell you who is bad. The system's going to tell you who are heroes. But it's all a con. They decide. Everything's decided. And they walk you along a path. That's the sad truth of every bit of this. Now, the reason they do this is because, number one, Americans have a very short attention span, okay? And it's all about picking up traction. Because it's about where can we make the people look? But it's never about look in the right place. It's always about an excuse layer. I show you locally what's happening here. That's why I'm using this. But let's go back. We're going to get all the answers. Arizona audit, going to push it out. All of a sudden, we get the Cyber Symposium. The Cyber Symposium is exclusively about the PCAPs being captured from 3,000 places, the counties, and lawmakers are going to see, here's the real vote, here's the fake vote, here's what happened. It was promoted for 2 months. All over everywhere. War Room, you name it. All over everywhere. You get to the day of the event, and what it becomes is a hot swap for Tina Peters. And they say, oh, this was stolen. We can't use it. All they did was switch your attention. It's that attention where they cultivated something for you to follow in total shock, and that's the imprisonment of Tina Peters. Now, as long as you're watching Tina Peters get railroaded, what are you hearing? It's the machines, it's the machines, it's the machines, it's the machines. They took their theme, hijacked somebody that didn't think was anything wrong, same cast of characters, guy, in every one of these things. Shit on their promise to deliver and show you to you, made it about Tina, and while you watch Tina like a train wreck, hoping for her to come out above, the whole time they continue to get to push you. It's the machines, it's the machines, it's the machines. Tina gets imprisoned. All of a sudden, she's in prison. Oh, wait, we did catch it on the machines. It's in Serbia. What are you watching? It's the machines, it's the machines, it's the machines, it's the machines. If it's the machines, why do they overprint ballots? If it's the machine, why do, for this election coming up, 250 ballots accidentally get in a UPS or Amazon delivery for somebody if it's the machine? If it's the machines, why do they need drop boxes? If it's the machines, why do they need no ID? If it's the machines, why do they sabotage signature verification? If it's the machine, why won't they show you the receipts of what was mailed and received? If it was the machines, why did they shut off the mail tracking system in the United States? See, they know. You won't dig deep. Is Lindell a mastermind of this? No. But I'm telling you now, he's not a victim either. Let's just take that one because you're asking it in Rumble. They created a hero in Mike Lindell. Everybody loves an underdog. Everybody loves an underdog. They gave you an underdog, played like it was a hero. The hero blatantly lied to you. It comes out in court. You don't even care about it. Doesn't matter. He's great. Wears his cross out. Now he's going to run for governor in Minnesota. One of the places they realized they made a mistake because the Somalis are out in front and they can't do that. Mike Lindell is the king master of ADD, of ADD, HD, AD. And even if I said all those letters continually like I just did, he couldn't pay attention enough to get them back in order. That's nothing against Mike Lindell as a person. That's just what he is. And now he's going to run a state? Right? Pennsylvania, 1.8 million voters, prints 2.5 million ballots. Maricopa County, 2.5 million voters. They print what? They print 4.1 million ballots. But it's the machines. It's the machines. It's the machines. It's the machines. Mules running around with wads of ballots where you can see the proof with your own eyes. Nope, it's the machines. Government comes out and says you can't track people that tight with it's bullshit. That's that. But they did it for January 6th. I want you to think about that. You watched 2,000 Mules. You saw it with your own eyes. And yet you still fucking think it's the machines. How stupid is that? 1,000 volunteers in Maricopa tell you none of the paper was right. It was all screwed up, all different kinds of paper. But yet one of the people that worked on the floor that rose up in the ranks of election integrity says, no, the paper was right. Who do you believe? The person they placed in, or 1,000 people on the ground that touched them? Folks, why are we even having this discussion? Let me tell you why we're having this discussion. Because even you, if you're sitting here wanting to be a patriot and fighting America, you won't call out the people that do it. You won't call out the people that lied to you because that wouldn't be nice. And he's a Christian. Well, that was kind of the effect of wearing the cross on the outside would have on you, wouldn't it? Oh, I can't do that. How can you not see the formula in all of this? How can you not see the formula? How can you not see it in their own actions? Right? Just a question. Just a question. All those secret videos going into apartment complexes, getting the illegals envelopes who got onto the voter rolls. No, we just need that ballot. Give it to us. We'll take care of it. But you think it's the machines. Illegals registered by a church. Oh, it's the church. The church does wonderful stuff. 35,000 ballots to one location. It's on the list. Well, somebody came and picked up the ballots, not the voters, and you still think it's the machines. You see, people identify with people. People will ignore facts if they like the people. Believe me, we had a president getting his knob polished in the White House. People looked away because they liked the guy. We have a party that allows some intern to take it in the ass in our very places we make and vote on laws. No big deal. This is why I said it's our own damn fault. This is all our own fault. Because at the end of the day, predominantly, people don't pay attention or they're chicken shit. I have people that follow me, that watch everything I say and present, that I talk to behind closed doors, but you won't see that they follow me on Twitter or Rumble or whatever, or even watch as a follower, because that would be distasteful if other people knew. That's how shallow we are as a nation. That's how vain we are as a nation. That's how much we care about what other people think as a nation. And look what we have as a nation. I show you these videos of people protesting in the street, calling ICE Nazis and shit. That should show you that happens because of psychological warfare. Not because it's a true fact. It happens because it's psychological warfare, and that's the job. That's the job. And that's how it's done.
You all sit up there and said you will not allow Trump to come in here and get these illegals. Yeah, you can smile. We're in $1 billion deficit. And you spent half of our money, half of that on illegals. You campaign and double down that you would not raise property taxes.
I won't raise your property taxes.
You wanted to raise our taxes $300 million. They shut it down. Now we back here for $150 million. Okay. See, This is what we asking now. Since you want to crash out, some of y'all say y'all willing to go to jail for it. Trump, Tom Homan, make an example out this right here first. Please come here first. Don't spend our tax dollars to go. Michael Rodriguez, you said to take Trump to court to protect these illegals. That's cool because we about to make all of y'all aldermen famous. Y'all think this is how it's gonna ride? I think not. Flip Chicago red. We not playing.
This was going to happen to you. You got Kash Patel and Pam Bundy that you're going to have to deal with sooner than later. Then it's going to be an audit. Next, it's going to be an investigation. Then it's going to be an indictment. Conviction. That's what's going to happen to you.
Mr. Brandon Johnson, I'm up here. I am speaking right now, so I would love your undivided attention, please. I'll wait. So this just proves to you the lack of leadership that you show in this city. You can't even give me straight eye contact. Now, I'm going to let you know now, the people of Chicago, we're done with you. It is insane how we have been voting Democrat for over 60 plus years, and we've never seen a change from people like you, Lori Lightfoot, Robbie Emanuel. It is insane. Chicago was 37% red. In 2020, it was only 15%. So we're waking up. So you can pretend that this isn't happening, but I know for a fact that you will not have that seat the next election.
You so strong about protecting those aliens, but you won't do nothing for the U.S. citizens.
Somebody just mentioned Robert the Bruce. You know, that's in my family line. I'm going to give you an analogy. How can a people of a city see all these illegals, see all the lies? How can they be still convinced that the lawmakers work for them? Well, remember I told you about the con. They'll put all kinds of people on the road. They'll give rallies. They'll give little meetings. Now you know what's going on in Chicago. Let me show you how they keep it going on the ground in these cities.
This is what people power looks like. This is the America that Donald Trump and his cronies are scared of. They're scared of the people coming together and fighting.
You get the analogy of getting out there going, city, it's the machines, get rid of the machines. And everybody's screaming and clapping and screaming and clapping. Same playbook.
This is what people power looks like. This is the America that Donald Trump and his cronies are scared of. They're scared of the people coming together and fighting for justice and liberation. They call us violent and criminals. But you know what's violence? Cutting healthcare is violence. Stealing wages is violence. Defunding schools is violence. Kidnapping families is violence. Funding a goddamn genocide is violence. We're not done. We're not done yet. We know there's going to be a war. So be ready, Chicago. Make sure you follow the Coalition Against the Trump Agenda for more actions. Make sure you join one of the Illinois Coalition for Everybody Refugee Rights Rapid Response Teams and lead our watch teams. Be ready, because we're going to hit the streets pretty soon, Chicago. This week, we lost a revolutionary. We lost a legend. Assata Shakur passed away.
If they all lose their chains, will they still be rappers? Won't it hurt their image? Let me tell you something, right? Somebody salty said this in chat. Fucking bring back Al Capone. What we need right now is the mob. Let me tell you why we need the mob. Because they were proud to be Americans. And they didn't stand for destroying this country. You wanted to buy alcohol and punani and sex or gay sex or any of that? You wanted to do that? That's you. That's on you. That's your choice. We'll supply all the shit. Don't you come in my territory. But did they work on destroying America? Hell fucking no. They were proud they could be here. Mob wouldn't stand for this shit. Mob wouldn't stand for this illegal invasion. They wouldn't. They wouldn't. They wouldn't. The mob wouldn't let them take the jobs. They were capitalist. We'd still have illegals. Yeah, they'd be running them into brothels and shit. Let's just call it like it is. But I tell you what, I'd take the mob any day over that. Because one was just about making a buck and having their territory, but they kept shit in line. It's just the truth. It's just the truth. And look what we have. It's just a different mob. It's a mob that wants to destroy the United States of America. But that's the same stuff in elections. They just put people out, hoot and holler, hoot and holler. Let's learn how to do election audits. Today, we're bringing in somebody who's never done an audit, but did write an article on it once. Come on in and tell people how to fix it. And they get up there. Well, and they don't tell the truth, but if they did, well, I've never really done it, but I've read some people online, and those people online say this. And so I've taken what they say and made it the best basis of my speech, and now I'm an election expert. But you bought it. How many little rah-rah freaking meetings have you gone to where people come in who have never moved the needle, don't know anything about auditing or whatever, but they're the election of people you need to hear and come here, and you went down and you supported that? Have you ever thought about how do these people supposedly volunteer time? Just doing this work, volunteer my time, I had to step away. Do a 50-state tour? Have you ever thought about that? Do 800 presentations? Let me get this right. An incredible knower of how to fix our elections spent the last 4 years in a car on a plane speaking places, not doing anything. Not fighting anything, but certainly talking a lot. Who paid for that? If it's just $1,000 a city, and it's much more than that, who paid for those 800 presentations? But see, you can't even follow the money and the math. Because just like the left is blind, the right is equally blind. Because you think it's decided by the left and the right. You're still in there is no left or right, folks. It's a uniparty. And you can't even do basic math. We laugh at people that can't do basic math. We see videos at a McDonald's or something, and we can't do basic math. One person, 50 states, 800 presentations. You're going to drop $1,000 just to be there, do it, eat, stay. That's $800,000 if you can't do the math. Where did it come from? Where did the millions you paid to make the evidence? We're going to show you the evidence. The millions you donated to see those PCAPs, where are they? Where are they? Cough them up, evidence them up. See, you don't even think you paid for the PCAPs, but you did. No, big people in Washington, D.C. know how to do this. Their Election Integrity Institute, they do it. Yeah, they got a big budget, $20 million. Hey, we produced some videos. We made a big difference. Well, what happened in 2020? Well, nothing was wrong in 2020. There was no fraud. See, even good people don't do the math. Even good people don't do the math. What I realize is you're the wild card in this mess. Because you're the people that are hardcore evidence. I'm going to wrap with these two things.
What's up? First of all, mission accomplished. We came, we saw, we conquered, got discriminated, but still stood our ground. We want to say shout out to all of the CFR supporters. Shout out to DC. Shout out to the Freeman family. Shout out to Numbers 123, or Numbers USA. Mr. Roy Beck, Andre, Kelly, Ross, Miss Leslie, and just everyone who came over and really listened to us and understood where we were coming from and got more information. We greatly appreciate that. We're heading back. Yes. And we will let you know that October 9th is our Cocktails and Conversation. Also, I would like to make the announcement that it also is our 1-year anniversary of Chicago Flips Red. So we really would like you to be out there, especially at the Trump Tower, at the Rebar. That information will be out there. And we will be making our debut at the ICE facility in Broadview real soon. We will not give you the date yet, but we will be there. Yes. And it's going to be a time.
And when we do, we need everybody to show up. Everybody who's for ICE, everybody who's for making our community safe and making our city safe, we need you all to show up.
Everything is about people showing up, folks. Everything. But between all the squirrels and distractions, we miss the simplest truth of it all. I'm going to tell you this one more time. You need to pay attention, because if you don't pay attention, we're going to lose our country. Barack Obama, who was supposed to be the superstar, messianic superstar, do you forget that he became, got the Nobel Peace Prize even before you really knew who he was? Got 69 million votes when he first came in. His second year, he got 65 million. When Hillary went against Donald Trump, they told you she was as popular as Obama, but here comes Biden, 81 million votes. You know it's crap. And then with Kamala running against Trump, of course, Trump won, but look backwards. Was she more popular than Hillary? Was she more popular than Barack Obama? See, that's not the real thing. As you've been chasing squirrels and they got that FU finger there from Biden, right in the middle, sticking it up to America. What did these guys do? They scooted Kamala up to 75 million votes. That means she was wildly more effective than Obama ever was. Kamala Harris, folks. And you can verify these numbers for yourself. See, they know if they can distract you, you won't pay attention to the real facts. It's coming. The writing's on the wall. We are in trouble. You have to activate, and you've got to support moving the needle, and that is documented proof of what happened.
Our courts are based on clear and convincing evidence. Want convictions? Want justice? For what happened in the 2020 election? Then we need your help. Not fixing 2020 will damn our nation forever. The decision you make in the next few moments could decide whether we ever get our elections fixed or not. Here's why. Trump campaign and allies filed 64 different lawsuits. They all went down in flames. 100% of these cases were presented on "It's the Machines," or "The Machines changed the votes," or "The voting company executive said he would make sure Donald J. Trump would not win." They all went down in flames. Why? You can't bring theories to court as evidence. No supposed Zoom call or six-degree polynomial math theory or census data is or ever will be proof of fraud. You can't bring theories to court as evidence. Here's why. In both civil and criminal law, the side making a claim carries the burden of proof, and prosecutors must prove guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. Without physical or otherwise verifiable evidence, a case cannot meet this high threshold. Physical evidence is the key. The question is, did anyone get relevant, reliable, provable, testable, and duplicatable evidence of what really happened in the 2020 general election? And the answer is yes, absolutely. The full forensic audit of Maricopa County, Arizona is the only evidence-gathering work which gathered relevant, reliable, provable, testable, and duplicatable evidence of what really happened in the 2020 general election. Evidence so damning that the system, the deep state, and those who pull the strings of this country have fought to keep it hidden and have hoped to have it be forgotten to time. Almost $3 million invested in time, funds, and efforts to unlock that which the system wanted hidden. But now, that evidence is in danger of being lost forever. So if you want what happened in the 2020 election fixed, then we need your help. Please donate to protect and secure this historic evidence. With the 2026 midterms coming up, the system is going to try to lame duck President Trump and then most likely introduce new impeachment proceedings. This is the evidence which will help win the war which is surely to come. We need to keep Maricopa County full forensic investigation and archive secure and ongoing. So if you want what happened in the 2020 election fixed, then we need your help. Please donate to protect and secure this historic evidence. We need your help securing the full forensic audit archives. Don't allow the only testable, objective, and reliable 2020 election evidence fall into obscurity. Millions were spent on getting it documented and tested. This is historic evidence. Not fixing 2020 will damn our nation forever. The historic Maricopa County full forensic audit effort processed 20,895,610 digital and forensic images of varying formats, resulted in 208 million individual evidence-proof files. The system processed over 58 billion forensic measurements, resulting in over 2 trillion individual base computations. No hopium, no hype, just hardcore forensic evidence. Please make sure the Maricopa County full forensic audit archives survive. Donate now. So if you want what happened in the 2020 election fixed, then please donate to protect and secure this historic evidence. We can't do it without you. We need you. America needs you. Our future needs you. Please donate now. Not fixing 2020 will damn our nation forever. Please donate now.
Fight for free and fair elections. Invent and scan the ballots of kinematic artifact detection. You love to read and learn, travel and explore. You're a fearless, brave heart patriot who's opened doors. You are courage, you're our voice. Jovan, we thank you for what you're fighting for. You're our warrior. You are brave like a lion. You're David fighting Goliath, couldn't ask for more. You're our warrior. Think of what you've done for
for you, for me, for our country. You'll go down in history as our warrior. You lead by God and always do what's right. In the battle for our nation, you lead the fight. We pray for your safety, the armor of God to protect you from all of us. Here's a thank you for all that you do. You are courage, you're our voice. Jovan, we thank you for what you're fighting for. You're our warrior. You are brave like a lion. You're David fighting Goliath. Couldn't ask for more. You're our warrior. Think of what you've done for you, for me, for our country. You'll go down in history as our warrior. Jovan, you're a hero we stand behind. We're inspired by the fire inside your eyes. American proud, we know you'll fight till your dying day. And we'll always stand behind you through everything. You are courage, you're our voice. Jovan, we thank you for what you're fighting for. You're our warrior. You are brave like a lion. You're David fighting Goliath. Couldn't ask for more. You're our warrior. Think of what you've done for you, for me, for our country. You'll go down in history as our warrior.